The indictment is more than a month old. It's dated September 20th. Walk with me over here. This is where the scene is, where you can see officers outside these apartment homes. Do you regret voting for this piece of legislation?
I do.
So much of this area is without power right now, and this is the story up and down Main Street in so much of the village. I just want to point out all the glass that's left in the road. It stretches all the way across. That friend testified that Klein called him the day after the crime and said he was in big trouble with the law, needed that friend to take his dog. Just to show you the force of this explosion, you can see pieces of the cinder block from the building that flew off. Our crew is trying to learn more from officers at the scene. You see Albany police are here on scene. Right now we are following 3 developing stories. A rally with a strong message in the Spa City standing up against an apparent Proud Boys march. We are all waiting for President Joe Biden to arrive here in Poughkeepsie at the IBM campus.
This is the moment strangers band together to save a woman trapped in her car in the belly of a sinkhole. The car laying driver's side up. You see them pull her out and hear them yell to make sure no one else is inside. Helping hold the door, Nicholas Hurd. He happened to be driving home to Schenectady from work early.
I had to have been 2 cars behind the woman. All of a sudden, I saw the back of the car up in the air.
He thought maybe he'd seen a car crash.
It was surreal. I didn't really understand at first, like, how did it even happen? Why is there a hole in the ground?
He says fight or flight kicked in. He pulled over, called 911, and rushed over to the car.
Did you worry at all in that moment? Like, we're standing over a sinkhole that just opened.
Yeah, definitely. I think my mind was more focused that she needed help, though.
Another person who stopped to help lifts the driver out of the SUV, the car leaning on a gas line. The woman was overcome with emotion. She was taken to Ellis Hospital, thankfully not hurt.
I'm just glad that we got her out safely and that she didn't get hurt badly.
Hurd helped let the woman's job know she wouldn't be returning, but he doesn't think he's a hero.
I feel the real hero is the guy that was physically strong enough to be able to grab her. I'm just glad I was there to help assist.
In his mind, it could have been him or his wife and 2 kids in that car.
My wife drops our son off at camp going that way. It could have been her with our son and daughter. So it's just a lot going through your mind in that moment. Another reason I think it prompted me to take action.
At the corner of Eastern Avenue and McClellan Street, crews are still working on that sinkhole Thursday. They tell us they hope to be able to reopen this road Thursday night. In Schenectady, Stella Porter, News Channel 13.
And it's amazing that he made it home.
2-year-old German Shepherd Great Pyrenees mix Kolya is back home tonight, doing the best he can after surgery for a gunshot wound to his hind leg, broken pelvis, and femur.
He's still in a lot of pain. We have to be very careful.
The shot shattered the peace at Anhoff Animal Sanctuary. Here, Kurt Andernach has rescued around 300 animals.
This is not just a sanctuary for the animals here. This is also my sanctuary, you know. And that was a vicious attack on all of us.
It appears the shooter was trespassing and shot Kolya at close range from behind.
This was not just a stray bullet, you know. This was an intentional shot.
Investigators found a trail of blood from where he was shot back to the house, and the vet told Andernach that if Kolya hadn't mustered up the strength to make it back to the house, he might not have survived.
In Andernach's almost 30 years here, he says he's never had an issue. From pigs to peacocks, Anhoff is a safe haven in the woods designed for animals to live peacefully after trauma. Andernach grew up around animals at his family's farm in Germany.
Since earliest childhood, they've always been my most loyal and faithful companions, and yeah, the love was always there.
Kolya faces 6 to 8 months of recovery. It's taken $14,000 to save him so far.
The fact that he made it here, you know, all the way, it's just kind of, I want to live, you know, I want to live. I respect that. Of course I respect that. I have to respect it, you know.
Now, several other animal sanctuaries in the Greater Capital District are putting together a $5,000 reward for the arrest of the person responsible. In Greene County, Stella Porter, News Channel 13.
Good evening, Kumi. Guilderland police gave us an update inside Town Hall this evening. Charges are pending against the man they say is responsible. And tonight, a neighbor is coming to terms with what she saw this morning.
Linda is still wiping blood from her hands and arms Sunday afternoon. She didn't want to show her face after what she's been through.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
The day started off like any other Sunday.
I was sitting in my apartment having some coffee, reading the newspaper. The woman that lives behind me came banging on my door.
Guilderland police say a 13-year-old child and a 52-year-old woman were stabbed. We're not naming the woman because police say she's a victim. Linda says the suspect and victims knew each other well. The two came inside her apartment, the woman bleeding badly.
There was blood all over. I opened my door and I automatically had her sit down. I called 911 and I applied a towel to her neck.
Guilderland police tell us the two were conscious when help arrived and are stable at Albany Medical Center. Linda says law enforcement tells her that's thanks in part to her quick thinking, but all she wants is for her neighbor to be okay.
To me, that's the most important thing in the world, that she's alive.
Neighbors in the building were evacuated. SWAT teams in tactical gear and state police joined Guilderland police at the scene for hours. With the help of a state police robot, they arrested a 26-year-old man inside the apartment where the two were stabbed. His name is Kaylee Hackworth.
The suspect did have what appeared to be non-life-threatening injuries and was transported to Albany Medical Center Hospital for treatment.
I tried to ask more questions about the nature of those injuries and the relationship between the suspect and the victims. Guilderland police did not answer any questions at tonight's news briefing, but we will stay on top of the story. For now, we're live in Guilderland. Stella Porter, News Channel 13.